What's up guys, today I got for you all Black and White Cup Round 1 versus my buddy Sora. This is a part of the Smogon Classic. It's a bunch of tourneys in different OU tiers, like there's a Diamond and Pearl Platinum Cup as well as an Advanced Cup, which of course is 3rd gen. I'm in both of those as well, just trying to have some fun, get some nice matches against good players, and each round is best of 3, so I got for you at least 2 games for this one, and they're pretty solid, so I hope you all enjoy. And we both bring, from the looks of it, fairly offensive teams. I mean, I guess his is more balanced and mine's more offensive, it seems, but he brings rain, I bring sand, so it's going to be a kind of like a weather war, but we'll see how this all goes. I mean, like I said, it's going to be a pretty intense match, so let's see what happens here. He's going to be leading off with his Jirachi, me with my Kingdra. Now, I really don't want to bring in Kingdra on this Jirachi, so I'm going to switch out here into my Lando, as he goes for the U-turn, revealing that he's most likely Scarf. So what he's going to do is go into his Politoed now. I really can't keep Lando in on this Politoed. I have 2 switches, Kingdra or Lottie. I end up going into my Kingdra here on this Politoed as he goes for the Toxic, which is going to be kind of bothersome, but it's not going to be too bad, as he's going to go for Protect here, trying to whittle me down. Now, seeing that his Jirachi is most likely Scarf, Draco Meteor is going to be able to do a lot to whatever he brings in, but he's going to go into his Jirachi, of course, which is his Draco Meteor resistance, and it does about half, so he's not going to really be able to take too many Dracos, so he's going to really have to play that conservatively, in my opinion. So what I'm going to do now is switch into my Lando. He predicts that nicely and goes for the Ice Punch, which only does like less than half, but I do get frozen, which is extremely annoying, and I really have to play around this now. So he's going to go into his Seismitoad here. As I try to thaw on this turn, I am a defensive Landorus, so I know I can take another Ice Punch, but I try to thaw, it doesn't really happen. So I'm going to go now into my Lottie as he gets up his Stealth Rocks here. And I mean, I do get another free Draco. This is Spec, so I can just go ahead and fire off one on this Seismitoad as he ends up going for the Scald here. And I don't think he gets the burn. Yeah, he doesn't. He does not get the burn here. So I'm going to now switch out here into my Lando. Expecting him to want to switch out here, so he's going to do that, and he's going to go into his Jirachi, as I'm going to try to I'm going to switch out here actually, predicting him to want to go for Ice Punch on this on my Lando and try and knock me out, but he ends up going for the U-turn, which is a good play, and he ends up going into his Donphan here. Now, my Jirachi is Calm Mind 3 attacks. I don't really want to reveal that just yet because I feel like it might, help me out if I sort of hide the fact that I'm CM Jirachi. So I'm gonna go into my Lando here as he goes for the Earthquake, and once again I can try and thaw myself out. He goes into Tornadus here. I just try and thaw myself, it does not happen, and predicting him to want to go for Focus Blast, expecting my Tyranitar, I just stay in and try and thaw myself again. And on this next turn, I mean, I stay in once again because I want to really try and thaw this Landorus. Like at this point, Landorus is just dead weight. It's not really doing much of anything for me other than just switching in and stalling out turns, I guess. So I don't thaw at all, and so I'm going to switch now into my Kingdra as he goes for the Scald. And it doesn't really do too much to my Kingdra, but he's going to be able to go for Protect on this next turn and get some more poison damage on me. So I am able to fire off a Draco Meteor coming up next. He's not going to really want to bring in Jirachi because that's going to get extremely whittled down, and he probably needs that for some of my teammates. So he's just going to go ahead and stack Seismitoad here, as I'm now in a range where I cannot switch out anymore because of the fact that Stealth Rocks are on my side. So he's going to bring in Jirachi. I'm just going to be forced to go for another Draco Meteor. Doesn't do too much this time because I've already used it once and my special attack was cut by half. So he's going to go for the U-turn. And he's going to bring out his Donphan here. Now, I go into my Lottie here. I know I can take an Ice Shard. I mean, that's pretty easy damage. So I can just go ahead here and fire off a Draco, as it does bring him down all the way to Sturdy. And not wanting to take another Ice Shard here, I pull a switch off into my Landorus, as he's going to be able to, what does he do here? He switches off into his Jirachi, probably expecting me to do that, or sacking it, I don't know. But he just goes for the U-turn here into his Tornadus, as at this point, I'm just trying to thaw. I'm not able to thaw, so it's really annoying that I can't thaw out of this freeze. So yeah, he's going to be able to just hit me up with a Hurricane and knock me out. So what I can do is go into my T-Tar. I am Scarfed, so expecting him to want to switch, I can just go ahead and click Pursuit here, and he does end up switching into his Politoed, which of course is going to get up the rain once again. So I can just switch out here into my Lottie, to try and take Scald or something. He does go for the Scald. I am able to live. I don't get burned, which is extremely fortunate. Now I am able to fire off another Draco, bringing it all the way down to extremely low HP, as he's going to be able to knock me out with Scald. And now I can just bring in my T-Tar here, win the Weather War, because he can't switch or anything like that because I do have Pursuit. So I can go into T-Tar. He goes for Protect, doesn't really matter because the Sand and Leftovers is just going to negate the damage, as I can just go for Pursuit. And yeah, on this next turn he's going to pretty much end up dying, because no matter what happens, Pursuit's going to knock him out anyways. And so what he does now is go into his Scarf Jirachi, as I do switch off here into my Garchomp. And he does go for the Healing Wish here, and I guess that was fine. That's not really too much of a problem. And he can just go bring in his Donphan. Now I'm just going to go for the Outrage. I just want to whittle this thing down, or at least break it sturdy, because I know that Jirachi, which does have Grass Knot, is able to knock out the Donphan. So I'm going to bring in Jirachi here, and finally, for the first time, reveal what my set is. So I'm going to go for Grass Knot here, knocking out the Donphan, and that's going to be good for me, because now he's going to bring in his Tornadus, and in the end, like right now, he basically, if he goes for Focus Blast, I'm pretty sure he's like Specs or something. If he goes for Focus Blast, he would probably be able to win the game, because Focus Blast plus Toxicroak should be able to knock out Jirachi, and then proceeds knocking out my T-Tar with his Toxicroak. So I really have to hope that he misses his Focus Blast in order for me to win this game. I mean, let's see what happens. So he goes for Focus Blast, it does miss, so I'm able to go for the Psychic here, knocking out the Tornadus, and I guess it balances out in the end, because, you know, my Lando did get frozen, which was extremely unfortunate for me, so I guess it did make it up for that. So I'm able to just take this Drain Punch, hit him up with a Psychic, and win game 1. So that's going to be game 1. Let's go ahead and see what happens in game 2. So let me go ahead and hop into that, and let's see what happens. Alright, game 2 is here. So looking at our teams, we do bring, well, he brings a more balanced team, as you can see from the Ferrothorn, Amoonguss, I guess Lando, and stuff like that. So I have a very offensive team here, similar to the one team that I used versus Remedy. It's Weavile over Volcarona, and let's see how this plays out. So what I'm going to do is he's going to lead off with his Lando, as I'm going to lead off with my Garchomp here. I can just go ahead and get up some rocks for free, as he's going to just go get up his own rocks, and I am a Draco Meteor Chomp instead. I'm a Sash Chomp, of course, but I do have Draco Meteor, so I'm able to fire that off as he just goes for the Earthquake, and I can just go ahead and fire off another Draco Meteor here, bringing him down to a nice low HP level, as he goes for Hidden Power Ice, knocking me out. And now what I do is bring out my Starmie on this next turn, as I can just go ahead and fire off an Ice Beam here, predicting him to want to switch out. So I do fire off this Ice Beam, makes contact, it brings Amoonguss down to a really low level, and now I make an extremely ballsy play. Well, I don't know if it's extremely ballsy. I don't know if the Hydro Pump would have knocked out Amoonguss anyways, but he switches into T-Tar. I'm able to knock that out, and now his entire team is just dies to my Starmie. So he's gonna bring in Amoonguss here, and expecting me to go for the Ice Beam. He's going to go into his Fortress, as I'm able to knock out, as I'm able to nail the Ice Beam on this Fortress, and pretty much any other move that I do knocks out one of his Pokemon. So he's going to switch out now into his Lando, as on this next turn I do get off the Hydro Pump here, knocking out the Lando, and pretty much everything on his team just dies to this Starmie. He's going to bring in Amoonguss now, and I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin here. I really don't, I mean, at this point, like, his team's weak enough for me just to win with my other Pokemon, but Rocks, I just need to get that off the field. So I can just keep Starmie here as sleep fodder, so he can't really put anything else to sleep. So I can go into my Dragonite now, as he switches out into his Fortress, and I do have a Choice Banded Dragonite, so that's going to be able to just put in some work, as he goes into his Keldeo here. And I do predict the Heatran, so I just go for the Superpower. It does a good amount of damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter, as that Keldeo is going to be whittled down a lot by the sand. So I'm going to go into my Starmie here just to sack it. He goes for the Icy Wind here, so it's going to be able to get knocked out. And what I can do is just bring in my oh yeah, he gets knocked out by the sand too. So he brings in Heatran, and because of that I bring in my Dragonite here, because I just want to go ahead and click superpower. He goes for the sub, which means he's faster. He's probably like some sub, I don't know, torment train or something. Something like that. But I go for the outrage here, as he's gonna go for the lava plume, and I don't get burned, which is fortunate. So I get to bring him down to a nice red HP level, or yellow from the leftovers. But he's gonna switch out now into his fortress here, which is not gonna take. Oh, it's gonna take a good chunk of damage. It's not gonna get knocked out, but I'm confused now. So that doesn't mean I have to switch. So I'm gonna switch now into my Breloom. It is a Choice Scarf Breloom from the other battle that I had, if you saw that. But he gets off a spin here, as I can just get off a free Spore. So that just means that I can pretty much just kill the rest of his team with my Dragonite. So I'm gonna go into that Dragonite right now, and he goes into his Amoonguss, and Choice Banded Dragonite. Now it's just going to tear apart his team. So I can literally just click outrage here. Amoonguss drops. I mean, Amoonguss doesn't have a chance against this thing. So this Dragonite is going to be able to stampede on his team. So he's going to go for Lava Plume here, as I do not get the burn once again. Knock out the Heatran. Last is his Fortress, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much else he can do. I got a crit on the outrage. I guess it didn't really matter in the end, because I do have other Pokemon to beat Fortress with, and that's gonna be the game. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this this 2 battles. It was really nice. There were some pretty nice games. I mean, I guess the first one I did kind of hacks at the end, but the freeze did sort of make up for it if you think long term. But yeah, that's gonna be the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I do want to get the next subscriber set live out, but I want to wait till the suspect test for Aegislash is over, because Aegislash kind of makes it a little trickier, if you know what I mean. Just using the Pokemon, and then Aegislash is there, so I'm like, I gotta make sure that I beat Aegislash too. So I'm gonna wait till suspect test is over before posting or getting ready for that next subscriber set live. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.